StreamYard thing. Oh, there it goes.
Was it working?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Hey.
I wonder why it's so high. So the StreamYard, the live platform that we use, was like, traffic is unexpectedly high with live streams.
Everybody in the world is copying our time slot?
Wait the 30 to 60 seconds. So we had to keep trying. Finally working.
I'm real.
Good morning, everybody.
Sorry, I got to move up here. I'm doing weird stuff.
Dad.
Woo! Man, hey guys. Making coffee because I need it. This lifestyle I lead is exhausting. It's super tiring. Mostly because I still am nursing a cold or what is it? Allergies, or is it COVID, or is it, I don't know. It's all stuff. But anyway, if I'm nasally, you're gonna have to deal with it because that's kind of how we do stuff. Anyway, hey guys, how's it been? CW told me that I'm a liar, a dirty, stupid liar, because I said it's been 3 weeks since we've been on. It's like, no, it has not. You're wrong. So there you go.
It's been 2, but
2. He says 2.
It's possible it's been 3.
It could be. I don't, Marines and math, and there's like, all this stuff. But we're gonna pep it up. We're gonna pep it up with some coffee. We're back in the bunker, not on the road. We were on the road this time last week. If you guys saw that video from Big Eye Design, we were sitting in traffic and loving life. Absolutely loving life.
So a 12-hour drive turned into a, what, 15?
15 and a half. It was awesome. I always say use a Bic lighter because they always work, except for right now. So we may not be having coffee because I am always ill-prepared.
Chad K said, y'all did miss 3 streaming if y'all count the whatnot, LOL.
Yeah, I don't know about math.
Zeke said felt like 5 weeks. Scorch said felt like 3.
Okay, cool. Hey, this thing doesn't work. So now I will aimlessly wander. Hey!
What coffee brand today?
It is the Brutal Awakening from Blackout. I forget who sent me that, but it works. That stuff works.
Break out the Ferro Rod.
I actually have one in that thing, but you know what I realized?
What else are you not prepared with today, honey?
Hey, would you like to know for real that I just realized?
You probably don't have a cup. You probably don't have sugar. What else?
I have, right, all of those things.
Hey, thanks, Scorch.
I don't drink sugar in my coffee,
membership.
except for on this thing. But the main thing that I just realized is I don't have stuff to heat the coffee with.
Oh, gosh.
But wait, what's this? Here we go. Let's just do let's do all this stupid stuff. This is what happens in the wilderness, right?
What'd you get?
More fuel for my jet fuel. My jet boil.
William Horn Bostel says, what coffee maker are you using?
I'm using the press on a jet boil. Whoa, that's, yep. That's fun. This thing is stuck open.
China is a lot better, and so it's that Caitlin and China both got sick.
Yeah, they both got super sick. I got mildly sick.
But they're doing better.
Yeah, I continue to deny that I had any amount of sickness. So even now, I'm like, man, my allergies are so bad. They are so bad. And CW was always like, it's not your allergies. And then I'm like, well, we'll know if the girls don't get sick. And she's like, okay, sure, allergies, but everybody has a fever and allergies at the same exact time. And I'm like, yeah, damn, would you like?
Rub 2 crayons together from your kit from Travis.
I've eaten them all. Damn. You see this thing not lighting at all? Scary. I love it when there's lots of effing jet boil fuel in the air and I'm trying to not kill myself. All right, we'll just power through this thing.
Mr. Matt said, hey, CW, what was Tim's favorite part of the Blade Show? The people.
Yeah, seeing you guys, because the pageantry.
My favorite thing is when somebody walks up to the booth and they're just talking to you, kind of have this grin, and then they tell you who they are, and you're like,
yeah. That is always like super fun because they're just talking and you can tell they know you. If I do that again, I'm going to kill myself. You guys see what's happening here? No, I don't. So what's happened is I've attached a new fuel canister twice.
There's going to be like an explosion pretty soon?
Nope. I'm keeping all my body hair in
Cool
place
guy
today.
stuff. You know they make regular coffee makers, right? LOL.
Yeah, but you can't do them on the live, right? And then it's not all like interactive.
People like the potential disaster
Yeah.
that goes on in
There's been
here.
so many like boil over, scalding lava incidents, freaking explosions in my basement. I got to turn off the camera in the bunker because it's seeing my every move.
Check out new coffee press by Final Press Micro French Press from Casey, and Rich said the videos from Blade Show were great. I wish I could have done more. I didn't get to really do many, but thank you.
Yeah, so I'm using the coffee maker that Random American gave me a year ago in honor of he and I becoming friends again. He stopped by the booth. I had really mishandled some stuff in relation to him specifically, and I'm making it right, pretty much. I didn't know that I had done this stuff. Some stuff slipped through the cracks. Basically, I never contacted him back when I said I would, and that's pretty crappy.
Great meeting you too, Dozer Dog.
Yeah, so...
Is lighting that burner while Tim's beard is turning gray? Tim is really turned gray.
Listen, man, we were walking around the yard yesterday because we get like one day off.
It's funny that Chad was like, yeah, when I started following y'all, Tim's beard wasn't gray.
He wasn't great at all. And I'm like, man, that is really sad. It's so sad. Yeah, I was bigger and full hair. So apparently if you consume more fat, it keeps the hair in your body. They're like, oh, look at this. It is. Look, no, I was talking to a friend of mine, business partner, Jeff, yesterday, and he's like, well, look, Tim, I'd rather it turn gray than turn loose.
Remember for 7 months.
I said, look, I'm stealing that,
Good morning,
dude.
CW, Tim, and TWTkellians.
Yeah, every morning, every human.
School said that's a $2 beard.
Yes.
You know, our girls don't give us any worry. It's
really don't.
The business that
It's the business, right?
That's so stressful.
It's the losses that we took. It's what
he said. Y'all said that. I just agreed.
Yeah. Yep. I knew you were thinking it. And then I realized that you were recording my every move on your fancy glasses that I'm jealous of. But that's okay. I don't really care because, you know.
He was not. I am David. $20. Great meeting everyone.
Yeah.
So appreciate you all. I know Tim promised a lot of updates this week. Hopefully a backer update for EDC Piranha Molds. Also Panther Food in case Frank can't make it. Thank you, David. Nice to meet you.
So, yes, all of that. Let's start with the folders because everybody's wondering. We're building them. We have the parts. Yes, actually building them. I was putting frames together, kind of figuring out the thing. I shot a video. I'm going to put that on Kickstarter last Friday. Yeah. See how that worked out?
On there?
No. Guys, I'm busy. I am like super freaking busy.
Bread?
Yeah, I'm eating bread because she told me, she's like, all you have is protein. You didn't have any carbs. I'm like, yeah, let me do that so that I don't pass the F out. So I don't care. I mean, this is not, you can't, look, no AI robot will eat this piece of bread with nothing on it because AI would certainly put something on it and not like, wow, this shit is dry. I'm eating dry bread. That's what I'm reduced to. Broken.
Hey, Andre, haven't seen you in forever.
Oh, yeah. Have you been out there killing people? That's how you know I know who you are.
Good morning, Regina.
So I think I screwed up. I was having a moody day, shocking, and I find that the more weight that I lose, the less ability I have to control my moods.
Hey, Jeremy said his beard was 20% gray when he met you, and now it's about 90%.
You're welcome. But you told me that working for me and not being the manager of that shit show that you worked for before reduced your
now the truth comes
incident of heart attack.
Now the truth comes out.
Yeah, that's what's up. I am look, my stress radiates. That's like I was saying, I was way fatter, and every month I am less fat.
Splitting slices. Howdy, Tim, CW, and all the TWTkellians in this morning. Business will make one great and reduce to eating dry bread.
Yes, that's it. Like I don't even stress eat anymore. I just run or something. But I think I've learned that fat helps you deal with stress. Your body absorbs it better, and it just dissipates throughout all of what used to be.
And Andre's just been traveling and had little time on Sundays.
Yeah, that's all right. No excuses, really. But okay. He's traveled like super many hours just to come see us at the markets we used to do, as well as being a loyal follower. But so I was having a moody day a few weeks before Blade Show Texas. I'm like, I don't even know if we're going. And the whole time we were going. So people canceled their plans because I'm a moron. Like, if you had not said that, I would have been there to support you guys. So sorry. Thank you to those of you that didn't listen to my moronacy. That's a word. I made it up. But great time at Blade Show as usual. Seeing you guys. The whole... I think the tone of Blade Show for us was 1 million people wearing Montana Knife Company shirts coming up going, I want to feel this stuff and see if the hype is real, like all super aggressive. And I'm like, go ahead. And then they pick it up like, oh, it is. And then spending an hour at the table trying to decide which one of the ones they fell in love with in person and buying knives. So that was really cool. So, but then for the most part, it was seeing you guys, taking pictures, shaking hands. Whoever gave me COVID, thanks, I guess. I'll heal up before Blade Show Atlanta, which is like tomorrow. It's not, but it feels
Dragon
like it.
Said, thank you for all the Blade Show content. It was great seeing you on the shorts and videos. Gotta love Tim just being real and excited about his knife.
I love my stuff, man. I usually find something that I absolutely fall in love with at the show. It's been like, I love the stuff from Israel, from Arcane Design, but I have so many of his folders. And initially I liked this stuff because he was one of the coolest people that I met when we first got into the industry. But then his stuff is unique and different. And that's the stuff I like, because I feel like our stuff is different than what else is out there. So I bought so much of his stuff, and then Jacob and Vinny and China, they love his stuff too.
Oh, we should have brought China's buys in here to show.
Yeah, she bought a mini Microtech and another Arcane. So
Bye, Matthew.
I was looking for something unique in the fixed blade space.
Thanks for everybody saying you ordered the DP2.
Look, man, I'm going to talk about that too after, maybe, if I can focus, which I never can. So good luck. I couldn't find anything that reached out to me in the fixed blade space. It was like, grab this. Other than Hogtooth, Matt, who's a good dude, he's another Marine, but not because of that. His stuff is just so good. But I featured it so many times, and I have some of his stuff. Other than I kept trying to pull C-Dub over to see his new folders, but she just ran out of time. But outside of that, I didn't really see much that excited me in the fixed blade category, other than Joe Schmuckatelli's version of Jeff Schmuckatelli's knife. I just put a different color on it or whatever. But I did pick up a knife. I bought one. The
custom stuff looks different than other people's stuff.
Yeah, but that's not my market, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't have the money to spend $3,000-$4,000 on a custom blade. And if I did, I'd be terrified to use it. And you guys have been so kind to buy me stuff like that to feature. Super heartwarming story about this blade. Isn't it this one?
Peach, just Peach. Howdy.
He was there. Him and Jackie, they were there. Anyway, I want to beat my knives and use them.
Hey, honey, Bryony says, do you have ADHD? And that you remind her a lot of her husband because he has it. You probably would if you like tried to diagnose yourself. But
so younger years, I would get bored in school, and they had me tested and said, no, he's just weird. So they put me in the...
I did not say that.
They put me... I'm serious. They put me in the, like, you know, the bad kids class that are like 2 grades behind and they all got beards in elementary school. They put me in that program because I was getting bored in class, and I was like, terrified of life. She's laughing because she knows all these people because we've known each other since that age.
Yeah, Timmy Hammock, he was like 15 when we were in 7th grade.
And Otis Odell and Will Swisher and Charles Bird. Yeah, all those guys. If you're watching now, I hope you turned it around, guys. I hope you did. So they put me in this class for like 2 weeks, and I'm like in the corner shriveled up, like we're not doing classwork. They're like giving us balls. I'm like, here, put the round ball in the round hole. And I'm like, but then they realized.
Asking about knives. Do you want to cut off your story?
I never cut off my stories because that's just my life. So then they go, oh, oops. So then they put me in Sage, which is the opposite end of the spectrum. And I like shot up and like, wow, this kid's smart, but not in the ways he gets bored here. So in the subjects that I was interested in, it was super easy for me. Got super high grades, but stuff that I was like, oh.
Yeah, Kevin's like very wordy, and he writes like AI. Like if he writes out something, you would think AI wrote it.
Now because AI is smart, he
knows like all the big words that I don't know.
I like words. That's why I use so many.
And he's good at math. He's very smart.
Yeah, I'm like math is like boop in my head.
What's your knife today from Raymond Johnson? And they were asking about the Kickstarter stuff too. What is that?
The 005. I wore it the entire time at Blade. I think because I was wearing it, I was really excited about it, and a lot of people bought them at the show and feeling them. It's such a slicey, like EDC blade. I love the thing. Super slicey.
Jay Kelsey said, now the gray hair makes sense.
Yeah, because I'm like, and that's not even with coffee. I drink a cup of coffee a day in the morning, except for Sundays. And then I have 2. But again, we're at the point where Tim's stupid self did not bring a coffee cup. And now there's coffee ready to be consumed.
What's that cat cup over there? Is it nasty?
I'm sure it's got, yeah, look, there's fur in there. For real. That's floaty. That's all right. We'll just pretend about coffee today.
Kickstarter update.
Yeah, coming. So they tested me for ADHD or ADD or whatever the heck. And they were like, nope, not it. But then my brother, who's so super wonderful that I haven't talked to him in like 15 years. That's how wonderful. Became a psychiatrist, and said, if they tested you now, you would test. I'm like, what does that even matter to me? I don't really care. I don't need a label to know that I'm strange and hyper. That's it. Strange and hyper. That's what I've got.
Yo, T, what's your favorite EDC knife company, excluding TKell knife, obviously?
That kind of bounces around. What would you say, C-Dub? What do you think? I mean, I like Microtech stuff.
Company.
I love Microtech stuff. I really think that they innovate a lot, and they've always done their own thing. Now, some people accuse them of taking other people's own things, but I don't really know what the truth behind that is. I've liked Tour stuff because it's similar to mine, right? I think that dude designs his stuff similarly to me. I'm trying to learn folders. I've always had folders, but then I would get like a mid-range folder and break it.
Paradoxical said, I love a good OTF. Same.
Yeah. That's why I love OTF. I have so freaking many of them.
Last week you said Arcane.
I said that already today. I love Arcane's folders, but when I think EDC, I'm thinking about fixed blade. Because every day I need to do stuff that requires more robustness than a folder typically allows.
Ryan Henley said, Tim, you're normal to me. The rest of the world is messed up.
Me and you, party of 2. Me and Ryan.
Chad said we need an OTF collection video. We've been saying we need to do your knife collection video.
It's a big collection. And it got added to this week, which is rad. People sent me stuff and gave me stuff. Like Adam brought me some of my handmade stuff back, and we traded for things, and then he gave me a really cool Spyderco.
Barbarian Bronny said, Tim, you need to check out the Microtech Ludt, L-U-D-T, I think. And
I liked her stuff.
William said, I'm an extrovert adrenaline junkie with PTSD and an attitude problem, just like Tim.
I mean, that's a really accurate description. I'm an extroverted introvert, both at sometimes and within the same hour, and hyper and a little bit edgy, good bit edgy.
Would you say, but you're not really an adrenaline junkie though. You don't want to like skydive and go like do crazy stuff.
I've already done all the crazy stuff, right? I've already jumped out of perfectly good aeroplanes and helicopters and been thrown grenades and bombs and shot fully automatic weapons and grenade launchers.
And Mom said you married into the right family.
The insanity abounds. We're all one big insane group of humans. I guess that's why I accept people, because I am the most flawed of all.
Arnben said, you don't need to learn folders, Tim. I got the whatnot I ordered for my dad. He said it's the best folder he's ever had. Caught him just looking at quality. Wow, awesome.
Thanks. So I love the folder. I wish that our American OEM would have come through on that, but they didn't. They went out of business. So that's cool. On our American-made folder, here's the update. We're building them. I have the video.
Do you want to just show it since you never posted it?
How am I going to do that?
You can just hold it up to this main camera. You've done that before.
Let me just... I need a coffee cup, though.
I'll tell somebody to bring it.
Wait, what's this? Raymond sent me this. I don't think I've abused it yet.
Yeah, we have so many gifts. I hope we can remember them all.
I probably won't, guys. Just please bear with me. If I forget your gift, I've got stuff like Tejada family sent us a massive box of Girl Scout cookies that I've been hiding from the girls so that I could put them on the video, because they will be 100% goneness. Hey, I found a coffee cup. It says Kimmore's, which may be where Raymond works. Hopefully there's no more Kim.
Oh, I should give away something. This is 20 minutes in and I've done nothing.
What is
giveaways?
That's because I'm pulling you all over the place.
I want to give away another one of those Blade Show Texas shirts, but if you're not, I think the only size we have left is like 2X. I'm
going to put them on the website also for you guys that want one to order yourself.
There might be a 3X or a 4X. There might be like a large or a small, but I'm pretty sure all we have left is 2X. So if you don't wear that, then don't enter the giveaway if you don't think you would fit you.
Or we can give you something else.
So it's the Blade Show Texas shirt. It has the Blade Show 2026 on the arm sleeve.
Yeah, it's got the shape of Texas in 2026, and then it's TKel knives front and back. Our class, excuse me, I threw up all over myself. If you're cool with that, hopefully. It's really strange. Like, why is that not? Whatever. Cool. That thing. Now I can do the video that I shot. This is not CW's work. It is mine and Vinny's, so it's probably going to be terrible. 2 minutes? I didn't even mean for it to be 2 minutes long.
Oh, okay. That's too long to show on here.
It's just... That's all the parts. See, that's me building frames down there. That's all the carbon fiber, OD green, black. I'm narrating myself, but that's the frames that Vinny had already pre-assembled. So all we do is build the frame out, and then we'll drop the blades in later. I have to put the thumb studs in there. But if you look back at the beginning of this video, you'll see all the freaking parts. Finally, all the parts. Look, there's the skiff bearings. So I have all the stuff ready.
At this point, we're just building them.
We're building and tripping. That's it. Some of you are probably going to ask, where's your...
I can send you one. I'm pretty sure we still have a few of those left. What size are you?
With those folders, there's only like 20 of those, but we're going to be shipping those throughout the week because they ship in the skinny the skinny plastic tubes that we made for those with the red and black stuff in them. Not a tack bag. Those come in that expandable micro tube that I had made years ago. Finally get to ship folders in them.
Hey, Johnny, we currently do that. All you have to do is just add a custom engraving and just put it in the notes of what you want on there.
Yep.
Any of those things we can do.
We do all that. So shipping throughout this week and next, we're just going to blast through and ship the crap out of the folders. They do take time to assemble, but once that happens, we're launching the David referenced the molds, EDC Piranha grips. We're going to do that on Baccarat, that platform, so that we can simultaneously do that and the sheep's foot folder.
Jody says, CW, will we be getting a survey email for added info before shipping, or are they just going out?
We sent surveys after the thing closed to find out what color you wanted, and there are like 7 people of the 200 that didn't answer that. So reach out. Are we supposed to do that? We've already shipped like half of them. 2 people.
Are the aluminum extended grips available for the adversary?
Jeremy finished 100 and something sets. I was running around running errands Friday. When he dropped those off, I'm going.
BP1 wants to know what you're eating.
What is this? The name. See that?
It's some kind of it's kind of like a healthier Reese's.
Yeah, I love Reese's, but so it's 100 calories, right? And
it's
3 grams of
peanut
sugar.
butter and chocolate.
Dark chocolate, peanut butter, but it's salty, which makes it so good.
They're really good.
She said I need a carb. There you go. I like the carbs. This is a carb body.
DDC, $5 Panther food. Greetings, circus animals. A little late today.
He's here, guys. So now the cat gets double fed because somebody paid for his food in your
David did.
stead. David.
Dwayne, we may have a couple yet if you want to email China. Or a couple left, I'm sorry.
Yeah, not a whole lot. If you're talking about the folders.
Well, he's talking about the CW folder.
Yeah, we have a few. Everybody is saying, even Peach, he said that he thought he's going to hate it, and then he did, and then he said he ended up carrying it more than anything. So that's the feedback we've gotten on her folder. So
okay, Jody just said he was wondering if we were confirming addresses again. So everybody's, I guess, unless your address changed, I'm sure we would just be shipping.
If I need to, this is my first Kickstarter. If I need to be doing that, I'll do it. I just don't know how it's supposed to work. Because we wanted to go ahead and launch the sheep's foot one. But Vance, he did like 55 frames yesterday.
No, Mom, now you got to make him a chocolate cake.
Uh-oh.
She said he asked for chocolate cake this morning. That's what Tim asked for like every
That's
day.
the only sweet that I ever want is like a chocolate on chocolate cake. And C-Dub's got this recipe that she makes. It takes her like 4.5 seconds, and it's like lights out. Like super simple ingredients from scratch. This is a non-cake body. She makes it for me like once every 2 years.
Jason Small said, hey, Jason, I'm sorry I haven't called you back yet. I did get your message. We're kind of behind on voicemails.
Yeah, always.
Do you have any of the Tarani push knife sheaths?
Maybe a few. I don't know. Maybe we need to do another run of those just to get some back in stock because they do wear out. Every sheath, like you guys know, holster sheaths, they wear out.
Grips for the adversary. Sorry, I interrupted you.
It's all right. We interrupt each other because we like each other and don't care about that. They're done. They're going to Anno tomorrow. Typically, our Anno guy is like, I don't know, 15 minutes away. And they're fast. They're usually really fast. I just need to decide, am I going to do that batch, 50% black, 50% OD green? Is that it? Or do we want to do more in different flavors, colors? Jeremy's running the piss out of them. I told him to run a bunch of those. So
Rod JN said, was Blade Show Texas a success for you and your team?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It always is. Like we do 1 to 2 shows a year. And I guess because we're trying to ship orders and not.
All right, for the Blade Show Texas t-shirt.
Pat everybody in the back games.
Folks.
It's an interesting industry. But yeah, for us, Blade shows are always really busy at our table and successful. And we do them for you guys because we really need to be in the shop making and shipping knives.
Jimpin'. Congratulations, you won a Blade Show t-shirt.
I do have, my jimping is big too, so it should fit.
And Phil Crawl said, black and OD is all we really need. Great seeing you, Phil, at the show.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Did I catch up on the questions?
Ryan Henley said he bought it outside of Kickstarter. How does that work?
They're all in a list. We have them. So we're going to satisfy the Kickstarter stuff at the same time we do these other few. There's only, I think there's less than 10 that were bought outside of Kickstarter, but they are in a bin. And we did a good positive count on all of those. So we'll do them. You'll get it in the next couple of weeks because we're building them. They take longer to build than a fixed blade, in case you were curious. They do.
Okay, so he was saying he moved in October. And then he just was hoping that his address was updated. He updated it himself, but just wanted to make sure it was all good.
Shoot an email to customer service at TKellians.com. That way we can verify that because we will be shipping those this week. That's our big goal.
Did you see anything inspiring at the show? Any new ideas rolling around?
No.
I always like the unknowns, like people that are just coming around doing it for the first few times.
And I don't want to be inspired by a guy who hasn't made his breakout yet because other people have used my designs as their inspiration, bigger companies, and they've just tried to like just take them and use them. couple of them have done it successfully. But you guys, the TKellians, go out there and call them out. So I appreciate that.
But did you see anything inspiring or any new ideas rolling around?
I did not. I really didn't. I didn't see anything that made me go, that is freaking cool. One, we try to stay around the booth as much as possible, and the only time we'll leave is when it's dead, which is rare for us. So, because we want to be there for you guys. The Blade Show is work for us. It's not like a party. And a lot of other companies, they get surprised that they have no flow at their booth. However, their hangovers prove that they're not there for the fans. They're there for each other, which is cool. If that's what you want to do, for me, it is. It's hard to leave the shop because we've got a ton of orders and we're accountable to you guys because we promise we're going to ship your stuff and we want to see you and then we want to get back to the shop and get back to freaking work. So, like even going to the award ceremony that we never win because they don't get our stuff. I'm like, man, I really just want, I got emails to answer. Like I've got 2 or 3 pretty big collabs that I'm co-designing in the background that are big, really big. So I don't want to go and hang out and drink with people that do the same thing I do all night because I'm there for you guys, not them. I really hang out with you guys. So
I like talking to the people that are newer makers.
Yes.
And they're really appreciative. Like if we put them on camera, they're really, really nice.
Look, I don't walk the big booths. The big booths come over to us and they're like, wow, your display is amazing. Who made that? I'm like, it slips my mind because I invented this.
Yeah, we had 2 big companies, like huge companies, trying to get who made our booth. And Tim worked so hard to do that. We don't want to just...
I designed it and I got a cabinet maker to do it.
Bushman will return. Accomplice will not.
Right. Bushman will.
No
Accomplices, no. They will never grace my machines again.
Okay, what are we doing for Atlanta from Stuart? Are we doing anything special?
Yeah, I believe the Cadet is going to be a special release at Atlanta. We're probably going to have the 2.0 version of the Backwoods blade with the improvements that you guys asked us to do, or changes, not really improvements, just tweaks, I guess. Those are the 2 things I know for sure that are going to be at Blade Show that'll be different than before. I hope to have a handful of folders. I wanted a prototype of the axe there. I got in super big trouble by a fan that's like, I bought an axe from another company because you told me that you were going to make an axe. You never did. I'm like, well, I mean, I am kind of busy. But I'm not going to do a half-ass anything, especially with the way getting steel in America is right now.
Everyone's talking about hardness testing. Would love to see you on top.
Well, here's the thing. We outsource our heat treat because it got too big for me to do. And then we started using super steels that require vacuum, and I didn't have that. And we test every 10th blade from every batch that comes into the shop. I mean, it's super simple. A Rockwell hardness tester takes, I don't know, 5 seconds to do a blade. You test it in 3 spots, and if it doesn't jive, you set it to the side and you call your heat treat and go, hey, what the hell is this? Most heat treat companies say we target, say it's a 61 for whatever steel we're using. They'll guarantee you a 58 to a 63. You know what I mean? It's like 3 up, 3 down. That's where they're like, which is
right.
So just test your stuff. I started I did everything. So I know how to heat treat. I know what a heat treated blade is supposed to look like. I didn't just start out drawing stuff and find OEMs to make my stuff. Yeah, I handmade stuff. I found a machine shop and then pulled them, who's Jeremy from there. And everything we've done started as beating it on an anvil. And then I went to stock removal because my freaking body started hurting, beating out so many knives. And I always heat treated everything I did in a homemade forge. And then we just kind of stepped it up each time. Try to keep prices low, do as much as we possibly can in-house. But heat treat is one that's like, I think 99% of people outsource. I know Winkler does not. There's just only a handful of people that don't. Just hold your heat treater accountable. They've been doing this stuff for eons.
I'm going to give away a free, probably a Blim knife, if y'all want to enter into that.
I know what
mystery
necessitated people testing hardness. We've always been super upfront and
Did
honest.
your leather wallet replacement come in?
It did. It's somewhere in a box.
We got a whole bunch of...
Yes.
Are you showing any knives, like any of our stuff today?
We're just going to stand here and talk all day. That's all we're doing. No, I'm just kidding.
We should show can we show the potential collab with Gunfighter Customs? The way
I've got a picture of it. That's not a potential. I'm doing that.
Well, the way that blade looks.
It's rad.
On the agent group. Oh, there he is. Hey, Michael.
What up? Yeah, that's not a maybe. I'm doing it. I can show that on it without doing that. So that is coming. That's one of the collabs I'm talking about. I think this is going to be super. Whether or not we sell 1.5 million of these doesn't matter to me. He even did a little thing with his logo, my logo, their logo. Look at this thing. So he brought the original of this blade. So this edge is sharp, but this edge is sharp in a bull. There's a lot more geometry to it than you can see. Well, that was dumb. In the picture, there's a swedge back here, but it's difficult to see. There's a swedge that starts somewhere in this area, but it's Pikal style blade. So we're going to TKellize this thing. I loved the blade in person. He could tell the story better, but basically he made it and then got some feedback. I think a guy's hand was too crowded on it.
I loved the blade. And he just was saying that it's not as maneuverable, like, different grips.
Customer feedback said, hey, if you did this, 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 and this, and then he did an overlay of the agent grip and was like, Tim's already doing this grip right. I think the blade's right. Let me reach out. And he's been patient with me.
That's the agent grip.
Yeah. So since Agent 006 had a hole in the lineup, the Tonto was supposed to be the 6th in the lineup. But Tomas wanted to name the Tonto this 007 because that's a cool name. So I was like, all right, sure. I'll just do 006 later. Well, there it is. That's what we're going to do. I like the name Reaper too, because I said I just got to come up with a name. He did that too. So that'll be a TKel, Tim Kell, Gunfighter Custom, Mike Elliott collab. I love it. I love it. So I got to work on that. I got to get it to 3D, turn it from a picture and a physical knife into a thing that the machine can
November for 9 months said I'll take one yesterday.
Oh, it's rad. It fits in the hole that we needed in the agent series for a good Pikal, but it's kind of got a reverse Tonto-y feel and a swedgy feel. Super unique. Great eye. I just got to give him credit. That blade rocks my face off. I love it. So that's one that we're working on. Is it
double-edged from Matt McCann?
It can be. That one is not. But
it's a neat, I've never seen a blade shaped like that.
No, that's what's cool. I think we do stuff unique here. I design stuff uniquely, and that fits with the way I make stuff. So it's like the 001, Bob DeMarco on that blade shape. He just was like, what do you think? And I was like, wow, I don't like the handle. Let me come up with a handle. And the agent series was born.
What are you going to do about your, the one that had the serrations, and then also you were supposed to be doing something with Frankie DC?
I think the serrations will be an 8. Because this one fits in the middle. Frank's blade, the issue with that has always been I loved the 3D version of that grip. Where's the blank? This one.
And Michael Elliott said, thank you, Tim and CW. I'm deeply honored.
Well, I'm just honored that you would bring it to me. So this is Frank's blade. I already have the files done to make it, but then my team, this was what they wanted to do with the grip, which I didn't necessarily like. I like his 3-dimensional grip. So I want to do that blade the way he made the original. And he has reached out to me and said, I got the 3D files done. And I pitched that to the G10 machiner. And he's like, dude, this is going to be crazy expensive. Are you aware of how expensive it's going to be to machine these grips? But
could you not put the blade on? I mean, I know it'd change the knife completely, but could you not put it on one of our existing handles?
But then it would be an existing blade, right? If I put it on the Night Series blade, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be the Night.
Well, what if Frank made like a limited number and we just did... You did something to make it...
Well, then I just would need to promote it. If I put it on the EDC grip, it would be this blade. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it deserves its own platform.
Serration's blade should be the 08 from Electronics.
Yeah.
008.
Yep, that's what I think too. That's what we're going to do. I have no lack of designs coming. It fits in our ultra compact design. We could kick this to Jeremy, but then it's the grip. It's always been, I want that 3D grip that he originally did that took him 8,000 years to do. So that's it. That's the holdup on it.
So the agent handle with the collab with Gunfire would be way easier because we already have the handle platform.
Exactly. There's another icon in the industry that we're designing a blade with that's on the EDC or the combatant platform. I'm not sure which one he's going to choose yet, but that's early days. That'll be, I mean, if I could do everything that I've been trying to do for the last 2 years and not have to worry about that loss we took.
I'm only mentioning it because I don't want it to come across like you're putting stuff aside to do other stuff when you've promised out other collabs.
Well, hey, you keep me honest and aware. That's what your job is. I answer all the questions.
All right, let's give away this mystery knife. Good luck, people. Mini agent grip on the Piranha from Matt McCann.
Yeah, I think that, so I'm trying to do an agent grip on the EDC grip.
Congratulations.
Next. And then we're going to do a proper ring grip for the combatant series. It may look weird, but it's designed, and we're going to rip it out in aluminum. That's Jeremy's next, I think, project. But I also have 3 blades that I want to do.
Robert Jones said he would love to see a Winkler collab.
I don't know that they need me. You know?
Does he do collabs with people? You could reach out to him.
I don't think so. Well, here's the thing. People that come to me, they come to me. I don't go to people. And that's not me trying to be overconfident. That's just, they see that I bring something to the table in a design aspect that they don't have. Like, I couldn't design that blade that Mike did. I couldn't design the knife that Frank did. I couldn't design the blade that Bob did. But they think I'm really good at handle ergonomics. So they're like, can you add your thing to this? I think some of my blade designs are great too. However, I know that I'm not the only blade designer on the planet. I don't know that the thought would ever cross Daniel Winkler's mind to go, who could make a part of a knife better than me? I'm going to call Tim because I really want to let him do what he does best and let me do what I do best.
Electronics said is serrated going to be on the whole blade, talking about the 08.
I think it should be because it'll really differentiate it. Oil
Lavoie. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. Oli Lavoie.
It's all right. You tried.
Would a 3D battle lock grip be cheaper to produce? No, because isn't it? It's just it's the shape.
It has to be exactly right. And we tried to get the first one he did, everybody that picked it up. I mean, it has like this shape part of your finger. It is so detailed. No, because the battle lock molds are $20,000 each. And that's a lot.
Yeah, so it's way easier for us to come out with new blades on existing handles because the new handles is what cost a lot.
It does. And we would need to make it in G10 or get it to where we can print it in resin to feel it. And then we can...
when can people get the Dragonfly?
I am talking with the collaborator on that project every few days. Try not to be too pushy. The answer to that is, I don't know. I do know that the tools are done, the grips are done. Their role is the sheath.
Hey, Rob. Good morning.
Is that measured texture?
Chad said he's still waiting on this 001 from November.
Well,
you can email us. We
should send it.
Yeah.
If it's a grip color, we are working with a new manufacturer of G10, mostly because our current manufacturer of G10 sucks. There's so many voids in that product that we are paying about 3 times what we should be to get usable product. And we don't realize that until Matt gets halfway through machining the stuff and it either blows apart or there's giant holes. And at that point, we've already paid him to machine them. And then we've already paid for the G10 because internally it sucks. And it's not like it's a nature of that product. It's some of the burl stuff comes perfectly solid, and then some of it's got a bunch of holes, and it's not one color or whatever. It's either somebody is gaffing off and not paying attention, and then I still have to pay full price. So a lot of the people waiting for grips are burl grips. And if it's not that, then please reach out.
1931 Leatherworks said, I think the Accomplice blade shrunk down on a DP handle would be dandy.
It's just a little mini buoy. I originally designed that knife on the EDC.
People that are asking about orders, please email China so we can check on exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's going to be 99% of the time. We have been waiting for current on the stupid material for way too long. And then, yes, their business practices.
Brian, I'm not sure. Did we get DP1 sheaths in? I guess he's waiting on an order.
I think we have DP1 sheaths. I thought we shipped all the DP1s.
Yes, so email China if you're waiting on something.
What we're going to have to do is
at TKellians.com.
Yeah. If you're waiting on a specific G10 grip, if you want the blade now, we can get it to you in something.
Dan Mancho, you guys should try some dark matter fat carbon grips.
I've tried the carbon. I don't like carbon. It's expensive. And then you get a lot of material loss on it as well. So a lot of people are making custom grips out of those materials for our stuff.
Ryder said he wants to see the adversary on the ops or agent handle.
That's a really wide blade for an agent grip. Oh, I'm thinking not adversary. I was thinking accomplice. So Warncliffe. We have a Warncliffe, the 002. It's just a little more angular. And the new 002, which is in production now, is freaking rad.
Yeah, that's in production. The Melissa Backwoods blade is in production. The cadets
are in production. Aluminum grips are in production. I think that's all we've got on machines right now. I'm pretty sure. Aluminum grips for some of those old Melissa Backwoods orders. Those are freaking ridiculous. What we're trying to do is get away from a wait. 1 to 3 months or 3 to 6. What necessitates that is when we do that, we've got the blades either almost done or completely done. And I think 1 to 3 months, we should be able to get our G10 grips done and the freaking sheaths done in 1 to 3 months. And then it doesn't happen, which is really annoying. And sometimes it happens, and then sometimes it does not happen. Or the 3 to 6 months, I'm like, all right, well, the blades aren't even to nickel boron yet, but they're a heat treat, and the heat treaters are getting more popular. 3 to 6 months is certainly plenty of time. If you guys are willing to wait because you keep begging for the knife, I'll go ahead and let you get on the list 3 to 6 months ahead of time. When the truth is, a lot of people are impatient and they don't actually want to wait. They get like 40 days into a 6 month wait and like, I hate you, you lied to me. I'm like, well, you didn't read. But when we're late, we own it. So what we're trying to do is by the end of this year, I really want to be out completely away from a weight. What that means, though, is there going to be micro drops. When I'm done with 50 and I have everything, I'm going to sell 50. And then when I'm done with the next 50, I'm going to sell those 50. And that makes people mad because the accusation is always, you guys are manufacturing fear of missing out. No, we're manufacturing knives, which takes a shitload of time to do knives. And when I got 50, because I don't want to have to get 49 emails about, you said it was going to be 2 weeks when you ordered it 2 days ago.
What's the difference in the O2 and the O2 second gen?
The new O2 is going to have the step milling. It's going to have the kind of swedges on the back like the Melissa blade. Do I have one of her blades here?
Top left-hand corner behind Tim. What model is that with the red handle?
I don't have a red handle.
Top left.
That's over there. That's top left. That's a burgundy handle on the Raider before I added jimping. I'll grab it. It's going to be in the 0.125 thick steel.
Dan R said, just do the voodoo that you do so well.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're just changing it to the step milling, thinner blade, same profile, and the heavier jimping.
Todd, yes, the DP1 grips will fit the DP2 grips.
Yes. So this is the blade, I assume.
Paradoxical said, did we get his adversary?
I think so.
And Barbarian Bronny said, I get a lot of comments on the Night Stalker photos. Will there be more of those coming? If
Yes.
so, you should do the Storm with high vis. Yeah, it looks really good.
The Night Stalker was supposed to be the first blade with the new steel. They had some issues in production of that steel. That pushed it behind. Obviously, it's way past January. But they have surmounted those, and we are supposed to be getting that steel very, very soon. So that's why you got people going, are you going to do ops again? Are you going to do Bushmen again? Are you going to do mercenaries again? Are you going to do this? Are you going to do that? When's the next batch of these? I didn't order steel, one, because there's not much AEBL and ADCR V2 left in the world, because I wanted to go with this new steel because I freaking love it. Now they're behind. Now I'm behind. Towards the end of the year, I have no idea. We're going to have to get super creative. That's why you see us doing different stuff. S35V, we're doing some Magna Cut. We did CTS XHP. I may have a line on some, what is it, the C28N or whatever that is. I may be able to get some of that.
Fubar, coffee time with Tim Kell from Rob Mezzatesta. What's Fubar mean?
Effed up beyond all recognition.
Oh.
That is a military term or a 1970s dad term, both of which I'm familiar with.
What's the watch on Tim's wrist? Looks like an Apple Watch on steroids.
It is. It's an Apple Watch Pro, but I have a matte screen cover, and then I do the red, and this is a Spigen case because I'm rough on my stuff, and I use a lot of this for land nav. So I want it red. I want it blocked out. I don't like it shiny. So
14C28N.
That
Harley
one.
Davidson.
That guy.
Is CG versions of Night Stalker going to be in the next run with new steel?
They're supposed to be. That's all the stuff. Jeremy runs all of those. And we're trying to get him steel. But we've got him pivoted towards optimizing some of our other stuff like the aluminum grips and things like that.
I think batch dropping is a great way to do it. Kaiser bought up something like 60% of the AEBL that was left. They have another 15 models dropping in AEBL.
Yeah. I know Larkin's got a lot of AEBL. If you guys don't know the super behind the scenes stuff, Baderis is a German steel manufacturer that makes ADCR V2, Nitro V, AEBL. They merged with a larger parent company, got bought out, and the larger company said, we're going to do all this steel. But then to people that were decision makers said, well, that's a super small niche market, and we could focus our energies and sell all these other steels a lot better. And they're like, we're dropping those. And then somebody else said, no, we're not. And then somebody else said, we are. And then we're not. And just buy it. And so that's what happened.
I don't believe we have any FMF sheaths. I know we have the blades, Goonie, but I don't think we have.
That's been, yeah.
We might have one floating around somewhere.
So we're trying to pivot to I guess they call it just-in-time manufacturing, which is a pain. Used to, years ago, I'd order a shitload of sheaths, lots of G10, lots of everything, and then wait on the blades. And then we would ship them at the end. But then I bought way too much stuff that I didn't need when I needed 25 of this sheath and 25 of this, and why the hell did I buy 800 of that? So last year we kind of pivoted to that model, and that contracts our ability to have tons of stock sitting on the shelf. What I want to do is make it exactly when I need it and be able to go, hey, you go over there and make 10 FMF sheaths in OD green now. And then I go, send them out. That's what I want to do. However, that's real expensive.
What do you think about the Bark River steel issue?
I haven't really dug into it. I don't. Rumors are they misrepresented some steel. I've heard Extreme, they had all the knives produced overseas and put their logo on them. I've heard that, which I don't know if that's true. I've heard they just still made the stuff themselves. And
well, I read that they were telling their employees to like mark out the Chinese thing and put USA made on there.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like, there's so many things that you're hearing. So that's what C-Dub read from a reliable source.
So it's not rumors. The CEO confirmed.
He confirmed
to it.
What his release said that I read that could or could not be real, because you know everybody alters everything with AI, was that we made them, we still made them, our employees did it, we did all this, but we did use steel that was similar in properties to whatever we said it was. So basically he said, just for example, we said we used 154. And the properties and the chemical makeup of all of this steel from China is equivalent to 154. So we just labeled it 154. We didn't really do anything that wrong, but the industry got pissed.
There's the email for people asking, and for the person that asked about the screw, you can just send an email there. So
what the CEO said was that's what they did. We bought the steel from China, but we still did all the work. Now, there's other people out there saying that's not true. They had the whole knives made in China, and they just logoed them. Then there's other people out there saying that they've done this for years. I don't know. I don't really know.
Huge problem. That's why I just want to make. I want to keep towards the goal of like us doing everything ourselves, because then you can know.
I said I'd never do that. From. I said I'm always going to outsource. I got a great heat treater in Ohio. I got a great machinist. I got great G10 dude in Ohio. I got this and that and that and that. What I have done is when I got too contracted to make more than 50 of one knife, I went to someone that was an expert at making Kydex as a machinist and said, hey, this has to be exactly the way I do it. And a lot of them would say, well, I don't do it that way. And I'm like, well, can you? Well, I found a dude that wasn't in the industry doing that at the time that said, I can make anything you want exactly the way you want it. I'm like, cool, do that. So that guy started making my sheaths to my spec in the United States using US made material. It's like Jeremy. I found Jeremy because
like he was backed into a corner and he had to admit it because there was too much against him.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, nothing like that.
Comments of everything people are saying that he did.
Nothing like that's ever going to come out against me because I'm too freaking honest about it. It's like the CW folder. We had it produced in Vietnam. I said that from the beginning. We launched it as a
fundraiser for the American.
Yes. We want to take the proceeds from these folders and commission Reckman in the United States to make this folder to this spec. I designed it. I built the first ones. We worked out all the kinks and we said, can you make it? And they said, yes, we can do that. And I'm like, cool. So we launched that. They went out of business. Well, they didn't go out of business. They almost went out of business, but they had to focus on making and selling their own stuff. So thank God that they kept the wheels on over there, but our projects got tabled. But we were honest about it.
We used to get some steel from an American company that we found out later was marking Chinese.
That's right.
We had to drop them.
We bought from a major steel supplier. I won't even say. That's what I used in the beginning. It was supposed to be American-made steel. And then we started getting really, actually Jeremy was like, hey man, I'll be machining this blade and it'll get to a point in there and it just goes, wah! And I went over to his basement.
B Shady, that's so ironic. His name is B Shady and he said very much appreciate the honesty.
Yeah. So Jeremy was like, this is weird, man. So I went over and you could hear it'd be taking one single wipe and go, wah! And scream like that one part had super high carbides. So I reached out to Admiral and like, hey, what the hell's up with the steel? Apparently they had a supplier somewhere in that chain. Some steel that came from China was marked as U.S. made.
Rob, can you believe I didn't get anything this year? Nothing.
I know.
I didn't get anything.
We don't have time.
China got some stuff though.
Yeah, she did. The employees got stuff. So I was like, nope. I rejected the steel. I said, send it back. I actually lost a machine shop over that too, because they were going to help Jeremy increase production. And they got so mad that I said, don't take that steel off that truck, that they fired me, which is good because in retrospect, Jeremy built his own shop and we just kept increasing his workload so that he could leave his other job. So
Michael Chavez says, how many blades do you get out of a sheet of steel?
Depends on the size and which blade. Good nesting software can really make it tight. Really, really tight. My most recent, out of a 32 by 34 inch piece of steel for Dragonflies, I can get 136. John, if you're on here, which you're probably not, you're at church. It just depends. Because, I can get 136 TS87s, 174 Dragonflies. It just depends. Depends on the sheet steel and the geometry. Because what you try to do is called nesting. You're trying to get those packed as tightly together without affecting the one next to it and having minimal kerf so that you have to take less machine passes to finish.
Gus said, I've considered micro melt PD1 still while waiting for new mystery stuff.
What is that?
And somebody else second that.
I've never heard of that. Micro melt PDW?
PD1.
Sorry, I went to personal defense weapon.
And then people were asking, Manuel said, do you know when the next 007 will drop?
We're going to try to do a 007 drop in the fall. That's what we're going to try to do. I want that to be in the new steel.
How many sheets have been made into Dragonflies already from Chad?
3. And I'm trying to figure out, I got a crazy ass idea for a very, very, very well-known tool steel to make those Dragonflies in.
PD1 is identical to crewware.
Is it made in China? Are we going to have to put that?
A ProTech collab would be amazing. Let's cold call them.
I was talking to Jacob about this. Like, man, that Chavez ProTech collab is awesome. I'm like, yeah, we're small. So if I call ProTech, like, let's do something together, they laugh. So I do collabs with like auxiliary manufacturing because we're both small. That's how we are.
Well, y'all aren't small.
Neither myself or Jarvis is Chavez knives or ProTech. You know what I'm saying? They got to come ask me.
It doesn't hurt to ask.
But the thing is, we used to ask people stuff like that because we thought that's how easy it was, and they completely ghosted us, right? Like, oh, you peon. And now they'll come back and be like, I don't know how I missed this email. Now that you're like famous-ish, it's funny. I don't know how that happened. Like, okay, me either. Jerk face. But it happened. But we're so busy making what you guys want that
Barbarian Brawny said, I have the Chavez ProTech and holy smokes, a TKel ProTech. Wowzer. You know him. Get him to do it for us.
Who?
Barbarian Brawny. He's got more connections than we do.
Yeah, no, like, look, I just make stuff, guys. If people ask me to collab, I'll be like, sure, I'll do it. Or do I have enough time to do it? Like, we got some stuff in the works. It's really exciting. But it's not with ProTech or Chavez. But it's just as exciting to me. You know, and the dude from ProTech is super nice. Ramon Chavez, super nice. Both of those two guys, to me, really break the mold in the industry of being super approachable and nice.
Auxiliary said they're ready for another 80s collab in different color. I bought the QVO collab 04 to Blade. I brought the QVO collab to Blade Show.
Yeah, he was.
David, I'm David.
Yeah, he was telling me, Mike, he's like, we need to talk. I'm like, I know, dude. We got another collab with another version of the 007 that I think will happen this year. But there's going to be a lot of custom work into that guy, and he is not going to be cheap. But it'll be limited number.
Yes, I totally agree.
What?
Barbarian Brawny takes photos they'd pay thousands for. Seriously, some of the best knife photos.
Oh, yeah. And look, that's going to be the case at some point.
Yeah, at some point he won't take our pictures anymore. He'll be too big.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the payroll up to bring him in before he gets snatched up by somebody else. So you guys buy more stuff. You know. I guess I can talk about stuff people sent, right?
Yeah, we got so many gifts. I hope we remember everything.
Probably won't.
It's been a while.
Jeremy sent me something. Typically when Jeremy sends me stuff.
Doc said, went from Agent to Night Stalker CQC for daily EDC, Chavez folder till I got my TKell folder. Wow, awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Yeah, so Jeremy's got more.
Fall for 007?
I think so.
We may need them for bad times before then from 229 days.
Look, 229. I got two of those right there. Sorry. I don't know if that's what you mean, but I'm just going to move this.
And Brawny said he'll always take photos for us as long as, of course we will. Always let you. We love your stuff.
All right. So this came from Zeke. This is SOE equipment, special operations equipment. If you guys have seen that guy's video, he's unapologetically abrasive. But he sent me this. It appears, and I think it is a Leatherman holder, and I have a couple Leathermans that I run on my kit. So thanks, Zeke. He also sent me a gift card.
He sent 2 gift cards.
Oh, well, I only ended up with one, which is, you know,
I kept one.
Not surprising. She stole from me. Inside this box,
you want me to put you on camera too?
No, because it looks like crap. I'm just going to do it up here. Okay. It looks crazy. If people want to see knives, I'll go over there. I got 3 patches from a person that I can't name that's doing stuff in a location that I cannot mention.
But Zeke also sent toys to Caitlin and stuff too.
That's right, but I don't have those because she does. She got her Eagle toys. It's the coolest freaking thing. It's a bald eagle, and you unzip it, and there's 3 baby bald eagles inside of it. It's just like
she loved it.
She absolutely loved it, and I can't even get it to show it on the show. That's how much she loved it. Can't show these. It's a lighter and 2 patches. Can't mention the guy. He's currently deployed. Thanks, Major. You know who you are. Keep fighting the good fight, brother. I am so honored to get these things. I know the nature of what he does. So I'm not allowed to talk about it. I will let you people talk about these things.
The gift cards are for the girls, Zeke said.
Yeah, that's why I didn't get them.
And we haven't used them yet.
Yeah, whatever. So this guy came by the booth.
Zeke.
I know you. I know who you are. I don't want to mention your name because obviously what you do is sensitive. It's such an honor when you guys share what you do with me and you carry my stuff, civilian or otherwise. So this will go on the wall. I have a bunch of patches that I need to add to the wall, but I've got to rearrange stuff. I got to figure out something. If not, I can put them at the shop. Adam came by the show. We're tattoo brothers, the tattoo twins. This is one of the best Spydercos I've ever seen. I love the blade finish. It's Magna Cut. It's red, so it kind of reminds me of our Vampire Edition stuff with the... It's just rad. I really, really love it. I like it a lot. So thanks for that. He also gave me back a handmade 05 that I did because I was super sad to lose it. I put the swedge on it, high ground it, So this was a handmade that he bought on an auction and then paid a pretty penny for. And I'm honored to have it back in my collection. This came from Chad, right? At the show, the little one and the big one.
Chad gave us stuff at the show. Yep.
Yeah. Nice Guy Machine Co. He makes really cool stuff. And Chad always has a good eye. So this is the little mini version. I wish it would focus. Don't just need to go on the other camera.
And they're all saying that's the Para 3.
Yeah, it's a PM3 Para. That's what they call it. And then I got the bigger one because obviously I'm bigger.
Mike Hauser said flavor of 2026 is people sending personal knives to accredited testing companies for metal testing. Company doing testing is monetized by publishing results. Targets are foreign high production. Oh,
what was that?
That sucks.
Say that again. Slow down. This is cool. I like the way it's got a pocket clip. It's really rad. So thanks, Chad. You always give the coolest stuff. What did you say about
Chad
that?
said, I know it won't replace your Dragonfly, LOL, but maybe it'll get one.
It'll certainly ride in my pouch that I carry every day.
Nice Guy pry bars are the best from Nick Bunny.
Yeah, really good quality machining work on them too. This.
I think he gave us something else too, didn't he? Did we? I'm afraid we're going to forget stuff.
We will. Just remind me because I have not fully unpacked all my bags. This, I think, is supposed to be a trade. It was sent before we left, and I haven't had a chance to show it. So, James, I will say, it's a Spyderco, never been used, Alistair Phillips Capera folding knife. And also some warranty work. We're going to get that work done for you, or some sharpening. And he wants to know if I want to trade for this. This thing is rad. Carbon fiber, apparently very sought after. I like the red liner on the back. Beautiful, beautiful with the compression lock. So that was sent. The Tejada family sent so many Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah, I'm finally going to tell them after this that they can have some.
Yeah. Look, the girls are going to destroy these.
Don't pretend you're not going to destroy them too.
Well, I'm going to have some for sure. I'm already picking mine. Lemonades.
Girl Scout cookies.
Man. Yeah. So thanks, Tejadas. You guys are awesome. Been around for a long time. I love it when you guys share stuff with us. That is not what that's supposed to be. This is from 1931. This is a wallet, I assume. I can't read this.
Because it's too small?
Because my vision sucks now. You could probably read it. I think this is probably the replacement for the one where I broke the stupid. Yeah, it is. I broke the button on the live. So
there, show it so people can see it.
Oh, okay. Well, it's green. It's the same wallet that I carry every day.
And that's for the DP one, right?
Well, it fits both now. So he changed the geometry a little bit. This is it in the purple with a DP2 in it. So if it's DP1, DP2, it will fit the DP1 wrapped editions that Nuge did also. I carry the original version that just did the DP1 in my pocket every day. Like, there it is. There's your proof. Actually, it's the same geometry, so I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. Anyway, but I love this because I asked that he put this snap in so your cards don't fall out, but then you also have the ability to put your cash on the outside. I freaking love these things. I use it every day for real skis. It stays in my wallet. So thanks for sending another one. I think this was a giveaway. Somebody won it on the live.
Uh-huh. Did you send the one that was?
No, because they're obviously both right here.
Okay, so are they waiting on it?
That's your job. I forget everything in life. If they didn't reach out, then we shorted them a something. Is there anything else that someone sent that I'm forgetting or dropped off at the show? Because I got to unpack my backpack full of stuff. I know Rick and Debbie, Rick Thank you for the brownies. Those were freaking incredible. I got
and Chad also gave us beef jerky.
I didn't see this.
Jacob and China ate that we didn't get any of.
They ate it all.
Yeah.
I'm working my fanny off over there, and they get showered with food, and then I end up like passing out from not eating. Whatever. No, they need to eat too. Yeah. Did I forget stuff?
Probably. If we forgot something, y'all please comment because
yes, let me know because
it's been forever since we've been on here.
We had a mountain of packages when we came back, and I tried to go through everything. We still are not fully back into the swing of everything because it's only been a week since we've been back. Actually, 1 a.m. tomorrow, it will be a week. We did not anticipate driving 15 and a half hours, but we did. What other... what's the most question you've seen about where's my knife? Like what particular?
Most people just ask about the folder update is what I've seen today.
Okay. I'm going to post that on the Kickstarter thing, but just know we're building and shipping.
And you did say you thought we got the adversary from Paris.
I think we did, but I need to, obviously need to make sure because I know he's been concerned about it, but I thought we found that. In all of the million, I'm telling you, it was a huge mountain of boxes that we got while we were gone.
Oh, I did see people asking about what was Tim going to say about the DP2 before his ADHD kicked in? LOL.
Oh man, people freaking love that thing. And I think in the last 6 to 8 months on a drop, that blade has sold the best, which, not that it surprised me.
I think it's because it's so...
It's unique, right? There's nothing else out there like it. I suspected that the Scout would just crush it. I thought it had a chance to win at Blade Show, but it did not. The picture Mike took for the cover of the magazine, beautiful, absolutely beautiful photos. Even the owner of Blade Show was like, wow, great job. So that's a huge nod to you. But the DP2 totally surprised me how well it's selling. Friday, yesterday, today, and we made a huge batch of those. I made a huge batch because I thought they'd be cool. I may enter it in Atlanta because the stipulations are it can't have ever been entered before. It's like people that picked it up were like, wow, the knife is...
Dragoon said Loki shouldn't have won Blade Show. It's decent, but that's it.
What's that?
I guess it's one of the winners.
I don't know what they're looking for. I just know that there's nothing out there that gets entered that looks like or is made like or uses the materials or the designs that we do, and we're not winning.
Are we still planning the backer launch for the EDC Piranha Battle Locks?
Yes. Yeah, the backer that's where I'm going to do that.
Oh, that fixed blade that won? Yeah, Tim's fixed blade should have won over that.
Well, I think it won because it was value priced, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. I don't know.
You talk about the blade still on the Scout.
CTS XHP is a very, very well known. It was all the rage a couple of years ago. It's a carpenter steel that is it's a highly durable stainless steel.
Can you show the Scout?
Terrifying freaking edge. Let me say this real quick. The other thing I bought at Blade Show was this Red Crow. I liked the guys that made it. I think it's comfortable. It's a sharp finger, which is a classic blade. It's a Nitro V, which I love. But they're just doing it right. And they really care about what they do. So I liked it and I bought it. So it's Red Crow knife and tool. Good quality leather sheath. It's an everyday carry outdoorsy style blade. I like the dudes. They're super honest guys. There's the Scout. My personal. CTS XHP. It's got a really thin edge. This bastard is so slicey. We elected to do these only in Recon Distress for this batch. I basically let Jacob and Vinny talk me into only doing them in Recon Distress, but we can do them in the Apocalyptic in shop.
Tim JK said, give it away, LOL.
I don't really have an issue with that. Because...
You want me to give it away? Is that your personal?
It is.
Oh, people love your personals.
I mean, look at the colors. It's OD green. Of course it's my personal. But yeah, this is my personal.
All right. I'll give it to him.
It's got some sweat shininess on it from carrying it. I was carrying this. I thought this would sell better than the DP2. This is an incredible blade. This is some of the best work we've ever done. It and the DP2 are freaking phenomenal. You want to see them side by each?
And Wander and Prepare had asked a little bit ago if you could do a G10 or a resin model of his design. He'd be willing to pay for it.
We're having issues with our stupid resin printer.
Hashtag Tim Scout. I'm gonna move this out of the way so that.
So that's the two beside each other. I like sheep's feet, and the industry finally has caught on. So a lot of people make them, and they're great.
Those look good, honey.
They do, man. I love them. Thank you, though. You're nice to me. Nicer than anybody.
I think we should sell those as a set.
I think we should, because the new folder that I carry in my pocket will make it the trifecta. So this is going to be launching as soon as we ship the rest.
And I like that too.
I like the sheepswood. It's just, this is a proto. You can tell that it doesn't have the new thumb stud, but this uses the same frame. So I can put this blade in this one. But a lot of people, I was super irritated. I wanted to be able to have their folders to give to them at the show, but we can blame Vance, and I am publicly blaming Vance, and he probably doesn't like that. But the screws, the freaking pivot screws were not in the package, so we got them in, and now we're building them. So life happens, but he's been killing himself. He's finally got his shop up and running at full speed. So the next one is going to be much quicker. Are you seeing things, lady?
Yep.
Yeah.
Will there be a special edition grip for that?
Yes.
Is the Scout easy to sharpen?
Yeah, because it's a thin blade. And CTS XHP is very easy to sharpen. It's very durable. And it takes a nasty, nasty, wicked edge. I love CTS XHP. Carpenter names their steel strange stuff.
Casey Curtis said, what's your go-to red dot for pistols?
I love the Sig Romeo X's. I use it a lot. Before that, I was running the Holosun 509 ACSS on my full frame pistols because I like that big circle dot with the chevron. I got familiarized with the chevron on the ACOG, so I like that. You put this point on what you want to shoot inside of 25 yards. You put this on top of the head outside of 25 yards, and you put it like this at 200 yards. To me, that's pretty simple, right? I like that for a pistol optic, but I like the Romeo Pro, which is what I'm running on my competition 226.
Sean Blakely said, why does the Scout not have a sharpening choil and the DP2 does?
Because I wanted to get the balance correct. I had to push that plunge into the finger well to get the blade length that I wanted, but keep the overall package short enough where the balance points were correct.
And you had to fight with...
I had to fight with Nick
about that design, because what did he want to do differently?
He pushed this forward. He pushed the plunge out to here, and I'm like, that's freaking ugly. I sharpen my personals typically all the way out to this edge because I'm not going to cut myself by doing this. I've never put my finger on a knife. So it's going to come with a stop short on it. It's just, aesthetically, it would be really weird to put a sharpening choil here. And if I had to move that plunge out to there and then a sharpening choil, it just wouldn't cut as well. So I like this aesthetic better. Trust me.
Tim needs to sign, this is from Barbarian Braun, he needs to sign the knife for the giveaway, laser engrave his autograph when he gives away his personal. That's a great idea.
Yeah, people have requested
We
that.
have your lasered
Yes,
signature.
because people have asked for that so many times. So that's why it doesn't have a choil. It's interesting. None of my stuff had choils when I was hand making before I moved to machining. And then everybody started asking for a sharpening choil. So I would file them in with a chainsaw file. I would file them in.
I love my pink Scout. Thank you, and cheers to more brownies.
Yeah, man.
You got a pink one at Blade Show.
Yeah, there's only one. There's only a handful of Scouts at Blade Show because they're on order. So I think we brought like 5, just so the people could handle them when we won the competition, which we didn't.
Oh, Milos is here. TKel knives forged in fight, blades of power, sharp as light, tactical strength in every hand, freedom's edge across the land.
I love your poems.
You know, I was seeing that we sent him a t-shirt one time and it got sent back to us. He's out in somewhere far away. Some other country.
Eastern Europe.
Yeah. So we did try to send it to you. It got returned to us.
Sorry, they rejected it because I don't know why. So I started adding sharpening choils. And then in the last year, people have started making fun of sharpening choils. Like, oh, FUD lore. I'm like, look, man, it makes it easier.
Said because YouTubers started talking about choils.
Exactly. And who knows why. I like them because I sharpen thousands and thousands of knives a year. It's a lot easier to resharpen a knife the way I sharpen if you've got a choil.
Just Peach. I didn't get Caitlin's signature on my sheath.
Ridiculous. How dare you, sir?
Did the V3 Nautilus ship? Scouts?
We're shipping V3 Nautiluses. We're shipping regular Nautiluses. We are waiting for our stupid tack bags to get finished. I'm supposed to have them this week. I've been waiting forever.
Blame Eves, LOL, from Harley Davidson.
What did he say?
I guess he's into the choils.
Well, no. I think people are making fun of choils now.
Oh.
It switched. It was everything needs it. Now nothing. I don't know. I don't really give a shit to what, you know what I'm saying? I'm a manufacturer. I'm not sitting around hand sharpening 1 or 2 knives. It makes way more sense for me to put a sharpening choil from initial manufacturing and resharpening in the field. It's just easier. I don't like the beard, and I am not sitting at my desk. I'm in the field. I'm using my shit. So whatever other
Mike
people
says, I think it's because of the sharpening community pushing fixed angle sharpeners. Well, that sucks.
I honestly,
people need to be honest and not just be trying to sell products and not giving the truth of what is the best.
I personally like sharpening choil. It's way, way, way easier and faster in the field where I'm using my blades to have a freaking sharpening choil.
This is just a PSA. Y'all be free thinkers and don't just listen to what people tell you, especially when there's links involved to buy something.
JS, she did it. This blade does not need a sharpening choil because the sharpened edge goes all the way out to there. So it doesn't need it. You can sharpen this blade all the way to the end. I was going to, but Jacob and them were like, please don't. People are going to be like, if I put my hand on the blade, it's going to cut me. I'm like, well, don't put your hand on the sharp part. What are you, stabbing with a freaking sheep's foot? How are you doing that?
Barbarian Brawny said he sharpened his KS1 yesterday. Yeah, he posted something about it.
Yeah. I like a sharpening choil. If you don't, I'm sorry. I'm making them the way I think they perform the best for the way I design my stuff. I didn't think that the Scout needed it because of the geometry going all the way up into the finger well. So I didn't do it. I told, we elected to sharpen them not all the way to the inside. If you want to do that, ask me to. If you want it sharpened all the way to the inside, if you don't, it's going to come like it is. But you can easily put the rest of that edge on there yourself. That's just what I think.
All right, let's give away Tim's Scout.
Rude. Now I got to make another one. But yeah, this thing, when you guys get them, you're just going to freak out. I do want to say, for the record, we do not sell a knife until we have the blades either almost done or done.
NFK20!
You did
Congratulations.
it. You're going to love it. I'm telling you.
You want another knife? He won another one before.
I probably need to spray that down with some
wrong on that.
alcohol because I'm not sure what sickness I had. So we'll clean it. How's that? Or you can share sicknesses. We can be sickness brothers. Why not?
That's a good win right there.
Yeah, man. Nobody has those except for the 5 people that picked them up at Blade Show. On the Dragonflies, you guys that are members are going to still get first dibs on that release, even if it goes through another company. Just so you know. It will always be a TKell. It will always have my name on it. I will always sell the thing. It's just so you know. What else? What you got, CW?
Any other questions, y'all?
Yeah, Jeremy is currently...
I'm sure there was some that I missed. Feel free to ask.
We're shipping everything. If you don't care about a tack bag, send an email.
Oh, yeah, tack bags are...
We're supposed to get them this week.
Right now.
I mean, my God.
TS87 and 004 from Popper Media. Is it still shipping? Just got my Badger Claw sheath.
Yeah. 004s. I assume you have an order or you're wanting to order one?
I was waiting on it.
Yeah. If it's not for a custom grip, right now, we're trying to get our tack bags in.
Murdoch's crew. Thanks for chatting with me at Blade Show. Good
times. Thanks for coming by.
You.
I had a couple people that were like, man, it's always something with you guys. I'm like, it is. That's American manufacturing.
Who said that?
I don't want to call them out.
Okay.
You know. I'm like, well, I mean, if our G10 manufacturer sends me a bunch of shit that's got voids in it, I got to be honest with you and tell you, I could send it to you with this crappy G10 with a hole in it. Here's a picture. Or
Everybody
I can
keeps
send
asking
it to you.
about TS87s. Do we have any of those I could give away?
I have 300.
But they don't have the sheaths. They would come without a sheath, so you'd have to get a leather.
Correct. And they are now coming with the aluminum grips, which I freaking love.
Okay, David said, Tim didn't finish explaining the backer for the EDC and Piranha battle locks because of ADD.
Yes, it's a baccarat. It's another platform because I can't run 2 simultaneous Kickstarters.
TKell Tactical also people are asking. And Ryan Henley said, do we have any more FLN 2.0 sheaths? Did we use all of those?
No, we have tons of those sheaths. Tons and tons. If you need one, send an email. But we're shipping FLN 2.0s currently, but that's a G10 thing. So, yes.
A few questions now that we...
What was the question that I tried to answer again and
just forgot? The backer thing? You did that already?
So I have it ready to go. I just haven't launched it yet because we got super busy getting ready for the show. I'm going to try to launch that ASAP. And also, we're going to be doing the sheep's foot once we're done shipping all the combatant folders. So no reason other than I'm just super, super swamped and haven't been able to launch that project. Next question was the same people that are collabing with me on the Dragonfly are also making a revolutionary ultra freaking rad sheath for this guy. That's why we haven't sold the ones we have. If you want it without one, I will sell it to you. They now come with the aluminum grips that nobody at Blade Show could tell were aluminum. That's how good they are.
Collab comes through. It's going to be big.
It will really take away a lot of the issues that we have with blades that are done, sheaths and grips that aren't, or sheaths and grips that are done and blades that aren't. It will really allow us to make a whole batch of a knife with the sheaths and grips, sell them to you, rinse and repeat. Because
Gabe is asking if 1931 is on here, if there's a welt on the...
There is.
To protect the...
Yes.
For the DP1.
See? It's hard to see, but yes, there's welting. It is there.
When will the Night Stalker and 005 sheaths be available on the website?
When we're done shipping the current orders. Night Stalker, I think, is the oldest thing we've got. We also have some EDC stuff that's been out there for way too long. I am sorry. It is always the effing G10 these days.
And it's always the fact that it's...
I hate when we get
batch-based and we can only pay for, like, the produced stuff ahead of time. So we order that amount of grips, that amount of this.
And then what happens is we order all the... And I'm just going to bitch about the burl grips. I order all the burl grips that you guys ordered. I've already got the sheets paid for. So then I'm like, all right, machinist, make them. And then we get them back, and 30 to 40% are trash. So then 60 to 70% of people that had Gray Man, we bust those out. And then I'm like, remake my shit.
I'm specifically talking about people that are asking for sheaths because they want to just order the sheath.
I understand. Yeah. So, yeah, we're doing the whole just-in-time thing. We are ordering, or we're making what we need to get the current orders out.
CG
first.
Night Stalker giveaway. Do we have CG sheaths?
Maybe.
1931 Leatherworks makes the wallet, Todd. And then Ed said, will gun mats be back in stock soon?
Oh, they should be. We can check that.
And then Precision Knife Works is on. He said, hey, Tim and everyone, how's it going?
Going good, man. Just bitching about American manufacturing. That's pretty much the bane of my existence these days.
Any new projects with Jared Neve? I mean, beyond the FLN.
He seems to be reaching out to other people for his collab blades. So he's got some people that he's working with to do stuff.
I'm sure he would want to work with you, though, if you had something in mind.
Yeah. My design eye is a little bit different than what he's having other people do.
Man, that's quite an honor, Michael. He said the CQC is such a great design, it's replaced one of my own designs on my belt.
Man, that's a huge honor. Huge. I love the CQC.
So CG Night Stalker giveaway, we don't know if we have a sheath, do we?
I don't. I mean, I may have my personal sheath in the drawer.
Would y'all want it without a sheath? You'd have to put it in some kind of a leather, maybe?
We could probably come up with one. But this is the screwdrivers. We have tons of them, but I'm holding them until they get the stupid prototypes finally done, where I can talk more about that.
And then Murdoch's crew said, I beat the shit out of my TS-87. I smacked the thing with 5-pound sledges. It takes it.
Yep.
Let's do that giveaway.
Okay, do it. It will be with the new aluminum grip, and you'll love it. I love it. And the new sheath will fit both old and new grips when we finally get them done. I really want to push them, but we have really resisted taking investors or massive bank loans because I don't want other people to own our company. So that's why we stand here.
So what we'll do is we'll do the CG giveaway. If we have a sheath, we'll include the sheath. If not, you'll have to make arrangements for your own sheath.
Ghetto.
Well, other people are saying they can have them made on here, so.
We used to leave the sheaths for you guys to order, like, just completely open. But then we didn't have them. Or they went to ship other stuff. So we're trying to get all this crap. It's growing it's interesting. It's fun.
And then Milo said, I'm from Serbia. Yes, that's where it was. Eastern Europe. But we are isolated because of our government. Still, all praise to you for what you're doing. The knives are top tier. Excellent work, Team TKel.
Thank you.
We've had luck shipping there before, but then some of the stuff gets sent back to us. So
you just really never know. It's interesting that knives haven't been sent back, but a t-shirt has.
I know.
And then I've got a personal knife of Emery's that I tried to ship to Serbia like forever ago, and it is yet to get there. And that's not good because it was handmade. Yeah, but that's it. That's why we don't have the sheets in stock for the stuff we're currently shipping, because all of those are going to the current ones. I would love to finally get to that point where we don't have to wait for stuff. But we're doing it cash based. And I'm proud of that.
Would a 003 sheath fit the CG?
No, it will not. They look like they would, but they won't.
You can put a CG sheath on a Night Stalker. It's just not a tight fit.
Right.
But probably not a Night Stalker on a CG sheath.
Too tight.
Mm-hmm.
They don't go the other way. I'm sure we got some questions, comments, moans and groans. I mean, we ship so much crap, 400 or 500 knives a week some weeks. I mean, we're so damn busy shipping every day and building knives every single day that I'm like, man.
Bronny said, can you make an EDC knife with a tool for camera mounts on the other end with high vis? You would know nothing about that, though.
Super specific. I don't even know what hardware does that use.
Lotso Pozzo. I think you should get the Guardian 2.0 because it's way slicier.
I would think that the Dragonfly, if it's a flathead, which I think it is.
And Hunter said that sounds great also.
Wouldn't this really thin flathead work? I don't know what else you would need. I don't know. I can only think of like one or two bits that you would need.
You could talk to them about it and see what you'd need to put on there.
Emails too.
Hey, that's actually a good idea because then all these people with YouTube channels we could get them to talk about our stuff.
Like 44 people. 44 influencers.
Hey, we made a knife that you can do with your camera. You want to talk about it on your channel?
I'm like, if you pay me. Never mind. I mean, look, you guys don't know.
Todd said, can I order a DP2 with gray man grips even though it's not an option? Yes, put it in the notes. As long as you don't mind waiting for them. Because
6,000 years, because they haven't even started making the material yet. So if you want to wait 6,000 years, have at it.
Is it really that long?
Well, it's just.
I know there's some pictures that Braun took with the gray man that look really good.
Well, the problem is the maker of the stuff. And then you saw that email that hateful mother effer sent me this week that I was not happy about.
MFer is not a nice word, honey.
That was not a nice email either. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to box up all that garbage freaking grips that I paid full price to have done and the material, and I'm going to send it back. And there you go. Do something with this. What do you...
As far as I know, Javon doesn't ever ask for money.
No.
But most of the Braun does not. Most of the influencers do, though.
Yeah.
You know, it makes sense. If they start doing a lot of stuff, they deserve to make
money. Now they will all start out, I won't say all, but the ones I've dealt with, they start out, this is something they genuinely love to do. And they're like, man, I love doing this. And then when they start to gain popularity, they're like, well, if I want to leave my job, I'm going to have to do this on a full-time. And then at some point, a lot of them have to make this choice. Am I only going to talk about the stuff that puts food on my table, or am I still just going to do what I love and hope that I can make money at it? And you can't blame somebody for that, right? If a dude or a gal loves talking about knives and they're doing it.
I think you should be charging, Braun.
You have to.
You're doing a ton of work.
Well, that's like, hey, it's different when you're a reviewer, though. Right. If you're a videographer.
Javon needs paid. He barely eats.
Yeah, that dude needs to eat. We just send him snacks. That's what we need to send him snacks.
But that is so nice of him, though.
He refuses it. I'm like, man, you're talking about our stuff. Let me pay you. And he's like, no, I just want to help you guys out. But I'm talking more on the reviewer side, where Braun takes incredible pictures, shoots incredible video. That side of his work is incredible and should be compensated. But when I'm not going to name names, but say a guy gets started and people like the way he reviews knives. Well, all he has is his personal collection to talk about. And we'll get emails from people that are just starting out like, man, I love your stuff. I can't afford to buy it. Would you like to give me one that I can talk about? I'm more apt to do that. When somebody goes, I already have a TKel and I love it. I really want to check out 007, but this is not my career. If I like it, I'll say good stuff about it, but I'm going to do an honest review. That's the dude we send them to. But then as they move away from it being towards it being their full-time thing, they've got to get paid. to do their work. You just can't work for free. Like,
but what you don't want it to turn into is like
shilling.
Yeah, then they only talk about, like, I won't say names, but there's people out there like, we went to every Blade Show table at Blade Show. No, you didn't. You only went to the ones that you sell. You're saying that you did, and you're being misleading. Because I know these companies, and I'm talking about vendors of vendors that sell other knives, saying, we went to every Blade Show table. And like, no, the ones you went to are the ones that you sell and you make a profit on. So that's the kind of stuff I don't like. Or like only talking about stuff that you get paid to talk about and never talking about other stuff.
Yeah, for the record.
Then it's paid. Like you're buying.
Like we had to force Mike to like, look, dude, you've got to let us give you some money. Quit taking pictures of our stuff for free. Because he's good at it. He deserves it. You know what I mean? That's what he's doing. Taking pictures of his collection of stuff that he's got. And he is so good at it.
All right, y'all. Y'all ready to get a free TS-87?
Are you cutting off people's comments getting hateful?
No, nobody's saying anything.
Good. I'm playing with
All right. No sheath, but we'll give you the tool.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Most people don't use the sheath for the TS-87 anyway, but the new one, you will. So once those are done.
Not Josh and Stuart! Stuart, you have a TS-87 already? You probably do. You've got hundreds of our blades.
Or yeah, 2 or 4.
Congratulations. I don't know that you've ever won on here, but maybe you have. Congrats. Thank you.
You won my heart.
Stuart is a big supporter. And Not Joshing says, as someone who gets products from companies to do honest reviews, there comes a point when you go from payment as just being the product to actual monetary. Yeah, that's the trajectory. You start off with the product, and then the more you get, more subs, then people start paying you.
Yeah, you can't support yourself on free shit. You know how much free stuff people have sent me just because we have a decent sized YouTube channel? They're like, we just want to send you this. I'm like, if I didn't talk about
the email we got from Tor the other day, and it was like,
I didn't see it.
We would like to, no, it was like their marketing person. Like, we would like to send you, your channel aligns with our audience. We'd love to send you our blades to talk about on your channel.
Yeah, this happens.
Back, I was like, are you sure? Because we're kind of in the same space. I think you got the wrong channel, thinking that Tim was like a knife reviewer.
Right. And
Yay,
thank you to you guys for watching our stuff. I don't really know how as a maker I got all you people watching me like this, but so that happens. But my money comes from making and selling knives, right? And merchandise with my stupid name on it. I would love to just do gear reviews, like honest, straight up gear reviews. If companies would pay guys to do the review regardless of what they said about it, I think that space would be a lot more genuine. But
projectiles are sharp. Member for 5 months. I hope you all are doing well at the TKell Nest. Thank you.
Yeah, man, we were busier than we can even keep up with, so things are great. We still like each other. That's fun. Yeah, I'm not gonna say everybody's a shill, but be careful.
What knife is in your hand from Just Peach?
This is one that we haven't made yet. This is Frank's design that he and I have been trying to collaborate on for like 800 years. And I just haven't gotten into production because I want the freaking 3D grip. It deserves it.
TKell Tactical update.
Nothing with TKell Tactical. It got backburnered by the companies that we were working with because apparently they're too busy to return emails. And I am incredibly busy with really dialing in our manufacturing this year. So for now, we are not making the firearms yet. I will have to readdress it. Really?
Mick Ranger said, TKell knives. Plenty of YouTubers in our community that would be honored to do reviews for you guys.
And that's who's doing them. But if somebody starts demanding money, I'm like, I don't know. That's why we'll do a link. Like, hey, if you want to talk about our stuff, here's a link. And then you can get paid.
Dustin said, I ordered a knife about 4 or 5 weeks ago and I haven't heard anything. Dustin Dillon.
Typically, on the knife order page, it will say 1 to 3 month wait or 3 to 6 month wait. And there is an acknowledge that you see that wait time. That's probably why. We release them in those schedules unless it's on a buy now, ship now drop, which are typically those sell out within minutes.
We'll look it up for you if you want to send us an email.
If you want to shoot out an email, we can see where we're at. Typically, if something is available for order, the knives are done and we're shipping through those batches. We're almost done and you'll be at the end. We ship in the order received.
Ryder said, is the American version of the CW folder still happening?
No. That they just, Reckman had to focus on kind of circling the wagons to keep their company from going out of business and sell just their own stuff. They were always very honest. They offered to refund any of the money that I gave them to make the prototypes, to ramp up. They just...
I'll go send them emails and tell them to do our...
Yeah, but then they'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry, Tim. Like, I have no ill thoughts towards those guys at Reckman. I wish we could have gotten it done.
Frank EDC said, made a 2.0 by accident. Haha, I'm talking with a guy nearby doing a professional 3D scan for the scales.
Yeah, I knew you were working on that. That's really what I want to do.
Mitten State said he loves the suspenders.
Man, I love mine too. I wear them out. I actually use them with my duty belt. I'll put them over my other stuff and hook them on my run and gun belt because it helps. Yeah. Hopefully those of you that do reviews are understanding what we're saying. Not saying everybody's a shit.
Not Joshing 25 says, I think the website is just a little misleading because it says in stock knives, but also the same knives say ship in 1 to 3 months.
Yeah, in stock verbiage means that they're available to be ordered. So they are. They're done. It just takes us a while to process through orders because we make a bunch of stuff. We do have like 1 out of a few hundred people that aren't used to how we do it. So I understand the confusion. We have changed that verbiage over the years so
pre-order,
many
reservation.
Times. Pre-order, reservation, in stock. And then when you get websites, changing the freaking verbiage on a button is like something that you got to get a coder to do, where you can't just say pre-order yours today or order now. It's just, but
Mick, I do like that passed around. We've done that with
me too.
Knives Fast. They passed around the Piranha.
What has been happening this year is when stuff is ready, we just drop it. Like, I didn't think the DP2s were going to sell as well because we didn't have a month to announce and really build up and get them out there in the market for people to review them before the blade came out. It's like, bam, here they are. And then we sell a shitload of them. And then people are like, I want to talk about this knife. I'm like, they sold out. Sorry, I don't have them to give to you. And
somebody asked, a 3-gun rookie said, Tim, are you still hitting the weights?
Yeah, well, I took a couple weeks off because we were out of town, but yes. Yeah, I have to. And I'm feeling kind of cruddy. I don't know what it is that I gained from Blade Show. But it's all here.
Not joshing. You can email us. So there are sometimes blades that we can get out quickly if that's an issue.
Mm-hmm.
We can try to help you out.
Yeah, I hate waiting for stuff too. I can't freaking stand it. But when you make all your stuff, or you've got friends of yours that make your stuff alongside of you, and the ball gets dropped on steel or Kydex or G10, it really, really F's everything.
So Dustin says it was an Agent 03 in February and he got the t-shirt. So it could be a grip. It would help if you would email us and then we can look it up and try to get it out to you.
Yeah, we have all the
t-shirts are coming from a different.
That's a third-party fulfiller. So that goes through Printful. We upload our designs to that thing and they make and fulfill them one at a time. Because I was ordering like 60 grand worth of t-shirts sitting in the shop and $50,000 that would sit there and wait. And I could have used that money to get the knives out the door faster.
And Barney said you gained the cover of Blade Magazine, though that's got to be an absolute honor. I'm proud of you guys. Yes, we are so happy.
Yeah, that and COVID crud. So no waits for now. Not lifting up. Probably going to start back tomorrow. See how I feel.
Rolf said, to be fair, you don't need content creators to review your stuff. You guys do a great job of getting your knives out.
I love it when people love our stuff. It's genuine. That's what's really cool, I think. I want the world
Go have fun, Hunter.
to know what we're doing over here that's different. I do. You know, we've always struggled with like the whole I ordered my blade weeks ago and I haven't heard anything. We even had, I don't know if it made it to the new website when we launched in December, the Q&A section, the FAQ section, where's my knife? It's supposed to kind of walk people through that, like, hey, we do our stuff, but we don't sell a knife until we have the freaking steel. I'm not selling a dream of a knife. I've got the steel. It's either in heat treat or done with heat treat by the time you're even allowed to order it. So I was talking with the owner of Blade Show about that. Like, ours is kind of a hybrid system where, because we're cash based, I'm paying to get the knives done first, and then I'm asking people to buy the rest of the manufacturing process from me. So you're not doing like some of these companies that have gone under where they're just doing fundraisers, you know, like you're just ordering the idea of a knife and they don't even have the damn material. We don't do that. I have the material.
If we have the sheath, we'll include the sheath. If not, we won't. So hopefully we
for the CG.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's different. I've fought off investors and banks for 6 years now. And sometimes when you got to stand here every Sunday for a couple hours and answer these questions, you go, you know what? I'm just going to sell 30% of the company, man. I'm just going to sell it. I'm going to do what Spartan did and let freaking Cutco make all my crap and just put my name on it. But I won't do that because that's not where my heart is. It's tough, though. It really is. Because, you know, if you go to like a bank and you go, hey, look, I sold 20 knives 6 years ago a week. Now I sell 500 a week. Will you guys just help me build a manufacturing facility that costs $5 million so that I can do this a lot faster? Because, man, these people are beating me up. And they go, we don't know nothing about no damn knives. I'm not giving you a loan. Or the FBA.
He said he tunes in because you're entertaining.
Right. And truthful. So there's that shocking thing. Not AI. But then we've had a few investors that come along over the years and it's just a money project for them. But they don't know the knife industry.
Bronny said TKell is also, in my opinion, considered content creators too, though. We're all here watching the content.
Isn't that crazy? It's crazy.
Yeah, I think you were like the first company that also had a YouTube channel.
Yeah, like I love doing that stuff. I would love to go into the range or do gear reviews, kind of like I used to in the past. But it got to the point where you animals were buying so many knives that I had to make them all the time.
Slick Rick said, wife wants a paring knife. What TKell can I convince her to get? 005?
Yeah, I think the 5 is going to be the closest. That thing is freaking slicey. I love it. And then if she doesn't like it, then you get a new knife too. So there's that.
Ryan Henley said, I remembered the argument about influencers and letting people discuss your blades. LOL.
That's right. Ryan was super vocal.
You were being honest to us.
Yeah. He was hot. Like, what? He was mad. And I appreciate that. I would love to. Here's what happens. I'll tell Cedar, like, we need all these people that are on the lives that have knife channels. Let's just send them stuff. And he's like, honey, they sell out. I can't give them to people because you're selling them all. I'm like, oh yeah. And then when somebody does a review on a knife, like Melissa did one on a blade, and it got like 10 million views, and we get so many freaking emails like, where's the mercenary? I'm like, look, if I would have been prepared for this 10 million views on my knife, don't you think I would have made 1 million of them first? Yeah. Thanks for checking out my stuff, but you'll never be able to buy it because I can't make them fast enough. That'd be huge, right? I'm selling 1 million mercenaries. Look, the email list on the mercenary is freaking huge. And then people are like, when are you making those again? I'm like, I don't know.
Barbarian Bronny, whenever you want to, come on.
To help build
he would like to do a behind the scenes.
If you can keep up, I'm hyper, man. I'm all over the place. But yeah, bring your camera and a cot.
A camera and a cot.
No, the shop is cool. There's like a little apartment in the shop. Kitchen, living room, all the things. Bedroom. No windows, but who needs those? What are you reading, lady?
I was just looking at the comments. No, it doesn't count the multiple entries.
Oh yeah, it automatically filters those out. So don't waste your time entering 500 times because it's going to see.
said sell some of your drawings? Question mark.
Man, I look. There are so many drawings in my sketchbook. I got 5 years worth of knives. The CW had to really pull me back. Like, you are releasing stuff too fast, man. Sorry.
What about the T-Hawk?
It's coming. We were supposed to have a prototype for it for Blade, but then the steel situation. Look, major steel manufacturer in the U.S. went belly up. They sold their steel formulas overseas. Trump put a 400% tariff on overseas steel manufacturers. There are not any American steel manufacturers making good knife steel, with the exception of carpenters making one or two. Like AEBL, Nitro V, that stuff is all made in Germany. There's a lot of really good Austrian steels out there, like A2, D2, O1, like really good steels. But it's 400% more expensive now.
Dan R said that they're like collector's items and he would love a few, sort of like Disney cartoon cells.
I guess I could keep the copies, you know?
Scorched GM, you can sell them to MKC.
That's right. I just make my stuff. Then what? Stop myself. You hear me stop myself?
Mm-hmm.
I actually did it.
Yes, Goonie, you can email us to get that list.
Are you proud of me, Suzanne?
I'm so proud of you.
I stopped myself from saying bad stuff about people. Super proud. Totes.
All right, good luck, people. I'm going to give away the CG.
Did I miss any discussions?
We're out of time. We're just giving away this last knife.
We were going to try to do an hour broadcast today. How'd that work?
We did too.
We did it.
J Craft VFX. Congratulations. You won a CG without a sheath, maybe.
Hopefully. I think we might have one. If not, I'll check my personal collection. All right, guys. Mostly, I want to thank you all for being insane enough to stand here and listen to C-Dub and watch me be a manic person. Coffee-fueled rants. I appreciate you guys letting us be honest. I appreciate you guys sticking with us. I don't understand how we've done so well as a company, but I want to thank each and every one of you. Everybody that came out to the shows, thank you guys. Everybody that could not, thank you. Everybody that spreads the word, wears the shirts, gets the tattoos, thank you. It means more than we can possibly express to each and every one of you. When we come back from these shows and we feel like crap, we got sick, 16-hour drives, you know, all the things that come with how hard that is to come back to jump straight into work and a million emails as a family, we appreciate you. We always say we're not going to grow beyond our ability to answer your emails, return your phone calls, stand here in front of you, and be honest, open, transparent, and have a good time with you guys. So that's the whole thing. We have had opportunities to grow and be huge, but then there's this heart and soul connection to the company, to the knives that I design and make, to me and CW standing here talking to you guys and being straight up with you. So that's why we're not huge, because we don't want to be bigger than we can handle. So thanks for dealing with the shit show. We really appreciate it, you guys. Hope you have a great week. Stuff is strange. I'm not getting into it's just things are weird. Pay attention. You guys have a great week. Bye.
Bye.
Carry on.